Then the Lord sent Nathan to David. And when he had come to him, he said to him, 2 men were in one city, one wealthy, and the other poor. The wealthy man had very many sheep and oxen. But the poor man had nothing at all, except one little sheep, which he had bought and nourished. And she had grown up before him, together with his children, eating from his bread, and drinking from his cup, and sleeping in his bosom. And she was like a daughter to him. But when a certain traveler had come to the wealthy man, neglecting to take from his own sheep and oxen, so that he might present a feast for that traveler, who had come to him, he took the sheep of the poor man, and he prepared a meal for the man who had come to him. Then David's indignation was enraged exceedingly against that man, and he said to Nathan, As the Lord lives, the man who has done this is a son of death. He shall restore the sheep fourfold, because he did this word, and he did not take pity. But Nathan said to David, You are that man. Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, I anointed you as king over Israel, and I rescued you from the hand of Saul. And I gave the house of your Lord to you, and the wives of your Lord into your bosom. And I gave the house of Israel and of Judah to you. And as if these things were small, I shall add much greater things to you. Therefore, why have you despised the word of the Lord, so that you did evil in my sight? You have struck down Uriah the Hittite with the sword. And you have taken his wife as a wife for yourself. And you have put him to death with the sword of the sons of Ammon. For this reason the sword shall not withdraw from your house, even perpetually, because you have despised me, and you have taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite, so that she may be your wife. And so, thus says the Lord, Behold, I will raise up over you an evil from your own house. And I will take your wives away before your eyes, and I will give them to your neighbor. And he will sleep with your wives in the sight of this sun. For you acted secretly. But I will do this word in the sight of all of Israel, and in the sight of the sun. And David said to Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said to David, The Lord has also taken away your sin. You shall not die. Yet truly, because you have given occasion to the enemies of the Lord to blaspheme, because of this word, the son who was born to you, dying he shall die. And Nathan returned to his own house. And the Lord struck the little one, whom the wife of Uriah had borne to David, and he was despaired of. And David begged the Lord on behalf of the little one. And David fasted strictly, and entering alone, he lay upon the ground. Then the elders of his house came, urging him to rise up from the ground. And he was not willing, nor would he eat a meal with them. Then on the 7th day, it happened that the infant died. And the servants of David were afraid to report to him that the little one had died. For they said, Behold, when the child was still alive, we were speaking to him, but he would not listen to our voice. How much more will he afflict himself, if we tell him that the boy is dead? But when David had seen his servants whispering, he realized that the infant had died. And he said to his servants, Is the child dead? And they responded to him, He is dead. Therefore David rose up from the ground. And he washed and anointed himself. And when he had changed his clothing, he entered the house of the Lord, and he worshipped. Then he went to his own house, and he asked them to place bread before him, and he ate. But his servants said to him, What is this word that you have done? You fasted and were weeping, on behalf of the infant, while he was still alive. But when the boy was dead, you arose and ate bread. And he said, While he was yet alive, I fasted and wept on behalf of the infant. For I said, Who knows if the Lord may perhaps give him to me, and let the infant live? But now that he is dead, why should I fast? Would I be able to bring him back any more? Instead, I will go to him. Yet truly, he will not return to me. And David consoled his wife Bathsheba. And entering to her, he slept with her. And she bore a son, and he called his name Solomon, and the Lord loved him. And he sent by the hand of Nathan the prophet, and he called his name, Beloved of the Lord, because the Lord loved him. And then Joab fought against Rabbah of the sons of Ammon, and he fought outside the royal city. And Joab sent messengers to David, saying, I have struggled against Rabbah, and so the city of waters will soon be seized. Now therefore, gather the remaining portion of the people together, and besiege the city and take it. Otherwise, when the city will have been laid waste by me, the victory will be ascribed to my name. And so David gathered together all the people, and he set out against Rabbah. And after he had fought, he seized it. And he took the crown of their king from his head. The weight of it was a talent of gold, having the most precious gems. And it was placed upon the head of David. Moreover, he carried away the spoils of the city, which were very many. Also, bringing forth its people, he sawed them, and he drove over them with iron wagons, and he divided them with knives, and he dragged them through brick kilns. So he did to all the citizens of the sons of Ammon. And David returned, with the entire army, to Jerusalem.